Hey, what's happening? Welcome to the final cut. Now, before we begin, please like and share and subscribe to this channel for news and current events happening every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let's jump straight into it. Guys, ever wanted to change jobs or careers midway, but you were too afraid to go back to school? Check this out, this car mechanic, his name is Carl Allenby. He lives in East Cleveland in US, and he did this complete 180, and he's now a doctor. He went from diagnosing cars to diagnosing people, okay? From shouting, "Pass me the spanner," to "Pass me the scalpel." Okay, that was very bad joke. It didn't happen overnight, of course, okay? This guy wanted to grow his auto repair business, and so he had to take a night course to do a business degree. While taking this course, there was an option to take biology, and he needed it to graduate, and so he ended up taking biology. And after the first hour of class, he was like, "Oh my god, this is what I want to do. I think I have to get into medicine." So this guy went on and he aced all his med subjects, okay? He sold off his auto repair business, and he went on to graduate and become a full-fledged doctor. He's also one of the few black people who actually graduated as doctors. Because according to a research organization, okay, NCBI, 12.1% of all doctors in the US are black, and 62.5% of doctors are white. What's even more surprising is that black doctors can reduce mortality rates of black people. Let me explain. There was a report by the National Bureau of Economic Research that said that black doctors reduce black men's death from heart disease by 16 deaths per 100,000 every year. That is a significant amount. I know it makes no sense, alright? It doesn't make sense to me either. I pick my doctors based on how qualified they are, okay? Not by the color of their skin. So, how can their race affect their patients? Well, Dr. Garth Graham, who is a cardiologist, he said that black doctors bring a cultural understanding because of their background in their communities, and that relatability is very important in a patient-doctor relationship. Okay, so by that logic, the more diverse the medical workforce is, the better it is for you and me. So back to Carl Allenby. This is what he had to say.
"I will be the first in my family to ever go to medical school, and for my community, it means a lot. I know I am looked on as an example to follow. I know that there may be people who question whether or not they could reach their goals. Of course, I could never have achieved this without the help of those who are around me."
You see guys, no matter where you are in life, you're never too old to chase your dreams and to make it happen, right? So what are you waiting for? Go out there and make your dreams come true. Let us know in the comment section down below if you've got dreams that you haven't fulfilled yet. Some pretty cool things happening, guys. Kuala Lumpur Fashion Week is going to go down this month from the 21st to the 25th of August in Pavilion Kuala Lumpur. If you're a huge fan of unique clothing that stand out, be sure to check out the fashion show. There's going to be over 80 Malaysian fashion labels showcased throughout the whole 5-day event, so don't miss out. Another pretty cool thing happening is this event called Pre-Loved is Re-Loved. It's back for its 8th installment. It will be taking place in APW in Bangsar on the 7th and 8th of September, so mark it down. There's also going to be more than 50 vendors there. You can find a lot of pre-loved items, okay? Both of these cool events will be linked down below, so don't forget to head right there after this video. Guys, here is a feel-good story. Celebrating your birthday has got to be one of the best things ever, okay? As kids, we used to look forward to the most special day of the year. But there are plenty of kids out there who don't actually celebrate their birthdays because of their circumstances. That's why this woman, her name is Max Yun, she decided to do something about it.
"I get to wake up every day and help people know that they matter. I have the job of celebrating people. That's so cool."
Now, her non-profit in the US, it's called Beverly's Birthdays. It's named after this little girl named Beverly who never celebrated her birthday and inspired her to do this. This non-profit works with 68 social service agencies and 88 low-income schools. So this is how it works. They'll basically go to these low-income schools and celebrate birthdays at classes. They'll go to communities and invite low-income families to celebrate together. And they even have birthday celebrations for newborns. Alright, how amazing is that? Basically, she lets kids from homeless families, poor communities, orphans get the birthday experience that they deserve. Okay, they provide 30,000 birthdays to children annually. Okay, that's celebrating an average of 82 kids a day. These kids not only receive like the whole birthday treatment, they also get this birthday bin.
You get a big gift, smaller gifts, we customize them. We always put a toothbrush and a toothpaste. And then we put coloring books and crayons. We have a birthday workshop where we're assembling birthday packages, which is super fun.
Hey, pretty cool stuff. You even get a toothbrush, that's amazing. And check this out, there's even a mobile fashion truck where families and children can shop for free clothing and items. It doesn't sound like much, okay, but when you're a kid and you don't have the luxury of getting gifts, this is a pretty amazing initiative, even for the parents. Yan also told InsideEdition.com that her favorite part of the job is knowing that she's making an impact on the children that she works with, and that's gotta leave a really good feeling in her. Of course, what do you guys think about the story, and should an initiative like this be done here in Malaysia as well? Write them in the comments section below. I remember my mom asking me to clean my room when I was a kid. I would pack my things properly at first, you know, like papers on one side, books on the shelves, da 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 da. But after 10 minutes, I would just stuff the rubbish and things in random boxes and corners of my room. Basically, out of sight, out of mind, okay? That's kind of what some Western countries are doing with their trash, okay? From Malaysia to Indonesia to the Philippines, thousands of containers with rubbish have been received at ports.
We've been shipping our waste there for 40 some years, and now we have to kind of realize that, wow, what are we going to do with this waste? And you're right, that if Malaysia closes the doors, it's just going to be a trickle down to other countries. A coalition of environmental groups have been pressuring Canada as well to take back the trash for years. Here's footage of a protest that was held near the Canadian Embassy in the Philippines.
Yeah, so it's not so hard to understand why they are angry. You would be too if your neighbor asked you to keep their rubbish for them indefinitely. Indonesia, for example, they returned 7 shipping containers to France and Hong Kong. You think your job is bad. Imagine if that was your job, you know, to sniff out containers and find out whether they're filled with TVs or if they're filled with rubbish. Now, these containers, they're not filled with just regular rubbish, okay? They are loaded with a combination of garbage, plastic waste, and hazardous materials, so it's not for the faint-hearted. Now that they've shipped 7 containers off, they're still waiting for clearance to return another 42 containers of waste to United States, Australia, and Germany. But imagine that, they need permission to send the rubbish back. It's like, hi, sorry, thanks for dumping rubbish in my country, could you please take it back? What? To be clear, we do import some rubbish legally. Okay, but back in May in Malaysia, for example, this year, our Para-Environment Department Director, Noor Azizi, he basically said that they collected 4,000 tons of plastic from 50 over countries monthly, where it will then be processed and turned to fuel. So that's pretty cool, okay? But remember that not all plastic can be processed, especially those that are contaminated, mixed, or low grade. So our best option is still to reduce and reuse. What are you guys think? Should we still import rubbish from other people, even if it's allowed and it's legal? Let us know in the comments below. Alright, so that's all the time I have here for today. Please let me know if I've left out anything at all. Thank you so much for spending time, and comment down below if you want me to cover anything else that interests you. Love, peace, and I am Grease, fellas. I'll see you all on the next time of the final cut.